Welcome to MV2. This is Simran.
And I'm Vidhi, and today we'll just be going over a few tips for time management that we have learned over our years in high school and university. So
let's get started. So the first tip is to plan. I know everybody says it and we're going to say it too. Just plan ahead and for everything. This is really important during the finals when you have to manage studying with the other assignments that you're doing. Plan way ahead of time. If you have your finals a month from now, start planning right now and then you'll have enough time. And make sure that you plan and leave some room for any procrastination that you might do. We all are procrastinators, and probably so are you. And you feel like you might not get everything done in time, plan ahead and just leave a week to just review over things. So if you need to plan a month ahead for your finals, make sure you get your readings done or plan to get your readings and studying done a week before the actual finals. So just in case you do fall behind a little bit, you'll be prepared just in time for the finals.
And my tip would be to figure out what time you work best at. Sorry. So everybody works at different times, and that they have a different time period where they get the most done and they're most proficient at what they're doing. So for me, I'm better in the mornings with things such as readings or stuff. I'll actually be reading it, or I'll actually be studying the subjects, and I'll be taking it in, rather than if you tell me to do something at nighttime, then I'm just trying to finish that and I think of it as a task and not actually wanting to do it for wanting to learn it, which is very important to remember, that you're not just trying to memorize these subjects, you want to learn it because you will be taking them forward in your life, and you can't just remember it for the exam and then let go of it. So it's very important that you figure out whether you work better in the mornings, better in the evenings, afternoons. Whenever you work best, you need to figure that out and need to set that time out for yourself to study or do readings or do assignments, and then that will give you the best work for you as well.
So the third tip is to switch up your subjects when you're learning. When you're learning and sitting down and trying to study, you're not going to learn effectively if you're studying one subject for the whole day. You're going to get tired and you're going to lose focus. So just set up time limits. Maybe study something else for 2 hours and then study something else for another 2 hours. And this will keep your brain engaged and focused on what you need to do. For example, if you want to study statistics in the morning, do science in the evening or something like that. So two subjects that don't really go together, something like that's opposite. So it will just help you focus more and learn that new information that you need.
And then my fourth tip would be to force limits, going off of what she said, to set yourself with time limits. Make sure that throughout the day you've said that, figure out when you're going to end it, and that will subconsciously tell you that you need to finish this by that time. So for me, if I come back, then I tell myself that by 8 or 9 I will have everything done, and that's where my cutoff point is. And even if I go a little ahead of that, at least by that point I have majority of everything done, and that really keeps me on track, just seeing that time go by, because it's very easy to forget that time passes, especially when you're either procrastinating or you're distracted or anything. You don't realize how much time is being wasted. So it's key that you tell yourself you only have this much time to get things done, and then you'll be forced to keep yourself on task and focused.
So the fifth tip is just do a little every day. It's really hard to finish your work when you're trying to plan to do 5 chapters in a day, or especially for readings, because there are going to be a lot of readings in university, and just trying to keep yourself on task a little bit every day. For example, if I think about doing 5 chapter readings on Saturday, that is a little unrealistic. But if I do 5 pages every day of the week, I'm more likely to get that done, and this can be done anytime. Anytime you feel like you're studying and you're not really focusing and you can't learn new information, just do the readings. It's a more passive way to learn, and just do active reading and just try to focus on that, and that can be your kind of going into more relaxed, and then it will be easier to go to sleep as well.
Yeah. So those are all our tips for time management. We hope that it helped you guys and it helps you with your studying or anything that you have to do. And yeah.
Let us know if you have any tips for us down in the comments below. And we'll see you later.
Thank
Bye.
you for watching.